Good afternoon. Welcome to this NEWLEAD Final event. Welcome to those of you that participate on site on the event, and also welcome to those of you that join us online from all around Europe. Thanks for your interest on this topic, and thank you very much for your participation in today's event. First of all, I would like to thank the Flemish Inter-University Council for hosting the event. Thank you, President. And now the floor is yours if you want to address some words to the audience.
Good afternoon, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jan Danckaert. I'm the president now of the Flemish Inter-University Council, VLIR. I'm also the rector of VUB, one of the universities here in Brussels. And when I saw the title of the NEWLEAD, Innovative Leadership and Change Management in Higher Education, I thought that this project was very timely because we are, as you all know, living very volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous times. And in these times, university leadership is constantly challenged. Challenged by epidemics like COVID, by a very rapidly changing international environment, by also challenging local context. And for example, not later than last week in Brussels, we had to take decisions with respect to a terrorist attack. And then the decisions were, do we close university? Do we leave everything open? Or do we something in between? And different institutions took different approaches. And so these very challenging for university leadership. We had with our Utopia Alliance, we had our academic opening in the European Parliament a few weeks ago, and there I made a plea to go back to the values of the Renaissance, which were also the values of Ramon Llull, which are curiosity, openness, and connectedness in order to counter these very polarizing and environments which we sometimes encounter. And there are also a number of game changers in the university context. One of them are the European University Alliances, which are definitely a game changer in the landscape. That's also what the Commission says. Says it's not a project of the Commission, it's a transformational process which transforms the European higher education area, but also the universities internally. And I think this, among other facts, needs to a reflection on university leadership, which is now needed more than ever. So I'm very curious to hear the findings of your project, which ran from 2020 until now, 2023, if I'm right. I'm very curious to see what we can learn from that. Thank you very much for your presence and also for your attention, for the people attending online. And I'll give the floor now to you two.
Thank you, President. The first thing I need to say today is that I am really, really happy to be here for many reasons. Not only because I am the current president Not only because I am the current president of the EUA, but also because I am the former rector of Ramon Llull University, that in fact was the institution that was coordinating this Erasmus Plus funded project. During 3 years, we have been working on the topic of university leadership, leadership development, and their role for the big transformation topics that the universities are facing today. But I am especially happy because together with all the project partners, we think that we did a very, very interesting work with plenty of results to share with the community, as you will have the chance to see today. And from my point of view, what is also important is that the project paved the way of what the EUA is going to do next after the NEWLEAD on the field of leadership development for university leaders. We will talk about that later on at the end of this event. Let me first of all, and on behalf of both the EUA and Ramon Llull University, to thank and to recognize all the project partners. The Polish National Rectors Conference, the Spanish National Rectors Conference, the Flemish National Rectors Conference, the University of Iceland, and ESCP Business School in France. And I would also like to thank all the associate partners to the project, the National Rectors Conference from the Netherlands, from Ireland, and from Italy. And last but not least, the Polish Rectors Foundation. Thank you very much for your hard work, for your involvement, and for the many, many hours that we spent together dreaming about a better future for our community. I would like to especially thank the core team of the whole consortium, the people in Brussels, led by Thomas Esterman, and the people in Barcelona, led by Mireia Castanys. Thank you very much. The project finally came to its end, and the results we expected are a reality. So thank you very much and congratulations. And thank you very much to the Erasmus Plus program for the funding and for all the support that goes beyond the economic support. During this welcoming part of this session, I'm not going to extend on the details of the NEWLEAD, because after my initial words will come Thomas Esterman with the presentation of the results. But what I'm going to do right now, very, very briefly, is to talk a little bit about the context of the project. I think that we all agree that leadership in general plays an essential role in the success and in the advancement of our universities. At the EUA, we made it a key priority, and we think that provides various activities and platforms for fostering leadership growth and sharing best practices among our members. At this point, I really want to mention who was the main promoter, the main sponsor of that, the person that championed this idea from the very beginning, the importance of the leadership in universities. I'm talking about Professor Michael Murphy, the former president of the EUA. In fact, he planned to be here in person today, but finally it has been impossible. So thank you very much, Michael, for your leadership, pushing us to get some results on the NEWLEAD project. You will probably remember that back in 2020, together with more than 200 experts, stakeholders, and sector representatives, we developed a vision for the universities, the document that we call University Without Walls. This visionary concept emphasized that the strong leadership is a fundamental factor of success for all the universities. This vision, the University Without Walls vision, needs leaders who can shape the institutional profiles, who can articulate comprehensive goals for the institution, and who can make strategic decisions and drive the implementation. Needless to say that inclusive and transparent decision-making processes are vital in all this, and they contribute to institutional accountability and the overall success of our institutions. To achieve this, we believe that the current and the next generation of university leaders will benefit from having some support in developing their leadership skills and transformation capacities at the institutional and also at the university system level. At the EUA, we also facilitate diverse peer learning activities where university leaders can come together to exchange knowledge and to exchange experiences. As an example, at our annual conference, we have a leadership roundtable allowing for in-depth discussion on this vital subject. I think that it is also important to know that we have also integrated the concept and the importance of the leadership into several of our projects, just to mention two, UStream and Lotus. UStream project serves to support universities in their efforts to operate more effectively, while Lotus is aimed to contribute to capacity building and strategic change management in the learning and teaching at higher education institutions across Europe. Let's talk just a little bit about the NEWLEAD project. NEWLEAD was focused on leadership, on transformation, on capacity building, and support for leaders, university leaders in general. The concrete activities and outputs of the project will be presented in more detail, but let me mention some aspects of our project. We look at leadership from an holistic point of view. We look at leadership from multiple angles. This was started with a major mapping and analysis to capture the state of play of what are the challenges for leaders all across Europe, the skills that they need, and how they are supported. And it was, believe me, very, very interesting. Three main themes were identified within the project. One is institutional transformation, the other one is leadership development, and finally, the concept of shared leadership. As a result of the project, several publications and testimonials have been published on the internet, such as Leading Transformation, such as leadership development programs, leadership style, female leadership, and also responding to the sustainability challenges that our universities are facing, just to name some of them. Based on the evidence that we gathered, we firmly believe in the professionalization of university leadership and management across the institution. A strong institutional strategy requires the expertise and commitment of all the staff of our institutions. We think that we need to ensure that professional development and capacity building is a priority when you talk about the institutional development plans of each university. We also think that by fostering an environment where leadership is nurtured at all levels, we empower our institutions to prosper in the future. I'm going to stop here, and let me thank once again all the people that make this project possible. And let me also thank our speakers today during the roundtable, and all of you who decided to attend this event in person or online.